and after the 7-point loss in the first test, New Zealand made 4 changes to their lineup. The 2 most notable, future Crusaders coach Robbie Deans coming in at fullback thanks to brilliant performances on tour, and Mark Cowboy Shaw was dropped after 16 consecutive tests for Frank Shelford. Hardly surprisingly, Alan Jones and the selectors left Andrew Slack's side unchanged from the opening international. The Australians buoyed after going 1 test up and now just a win away from successive series Bledisloe wins at home. But to do it, they'd have to beat the All Blacks at Ballymore for the first time.
Having won the first at the cricket ground, we were slightly cocky. We had rarely been in a position of having beaten the All Blacks and having the edge on them. So cocky might be the wrong word, but certainly there was some confidence, and in a sense perhaps we weren't used to going in with that confidence, and it just may have, we could have been accused perhaps rightly of it, bubbling it over into overconfidence. And certainly when we got to that 12-0 lead in that match at Ballymore, I don't think we handled it well.
My first home game, terrific feeling in the team leading up to that test, and you've got to remember that New Zealand had gone 6 weeks around Australia, really kicking everyone, just smashing all the teams, all the sundry. So to come up in the first test and to beat them convincingly, you can imagine just how fantastic we felt about coming into the second.
David Campese kicking deep over Wayne Smith's head, left by Michael Clamp. So play to come back to the quarter line.
Well, today the battle will be in the line-out. It'll certainly be on everywhere else, but it'll be the line-out where Australia are very keen. I'm sure they've done a lot of work to do variations to their line-out from last week, and obviously the All Blacks have done likewise. Gary Wetton overshadowed by Steve Cutler last week, but I'm sure he's done his homework.
Kick charge down by Tom Lawton, towed through by Deans. There's Hawker. Good kick. Craig Green waits. Campese on the top of him. Finally, Wayne Smith runs the ball into touch. And a penalty goes to New Zealand.
4-man line-out right from the outset. Last week they used the 5- and 6-man line-out to great use. But this is the first 4-man.
One by Cutler again. Philip Cox is caught by Dalton just short of halfway. Reynolds trying to tow the ball through. Penalty goes to Australia this time. On halfway, Mark Ella. Kicking left foot from this side of the field. Looks pretty good. It's there. Oh, magnificent kick from Mark Ella. Never in doubt. One by Poitevin. Looks like some pushing from the All Blacks in that lineup, so a penalty goes to Australia and another chance for Mark Ella.
Barging against Frank Shelford in the line-out. Roger Quittenden very hard on the set pieces, line-outs and scrums. You'll find that he places a lot of importance. Just watch the ball go up here. Frank Shelford in the middle with the headband on, giving the push. Roger Quittenden pointing to him directly.
Mark Ella. Again, Will into the air. It looks pretty good. It's there. 2 out of 2 for Mark Ella. Bryce Rope, the New Zealand coach, pretty worried man after the first test. Ella, Hawker, kicking. Robbie Deans across for New Zealand. Campese flying through. Deans taking his time. Tries to wrong foot Campese, and Campese just drags him over the goal line into touch in goal. Well, Robbie Deans had all the time in the world to kick that ball out. He stuttered, he hesitated, and finally caught by Campese.
Oh, spectacular stuff. Alan Jones would be delighted. There he is in picture. Absolutely superb stuff by David Campese. Sprinted the distance and then was able to maintain his balance to put pressure on Robbie Deans.
Straight in scrum. Ella, drop it goal, is good, hits the post. Ella goes himself and Ella will score. Oh, what a try! Magnificent play from the Australian 5'8". Mark Ella from right in front. Makes it 3 out of 3. Australia now leading by 12 points to 0. Starts again. Ball goes loose. All Black ball. Donald the short side, but into trouble. Caught by McIntyre. Wayne Smith, the 5'8", playing halfback. Here's the rolling ball from the All Blacks on the quarter line. Now it's New Zealand ball, but Andy Donald loses it. Out it goes to Knight. All Blacks driving towards the Australian goal line. Smith, Taylor, that's McCary in fact. Dean's still going, gets the short pass, the ball goes loose I think. Knock on ruled by the referee.
Wayne Smith, a perfect opportunity for field goal here. It's his favoured side of the field.
All Blacks ball, Donald, and it goes to Deans, to Smith on the run around. Great tackle by Gould, but a penalty goes to the All Blacks. Australia offside, is it?
Penalising the collapsing of the scrum, Roger Quittenden.
So Robbie Deans, a great chance for 3 points, and there's Steve Cutler. Nasty gash to the head. Blood really streaming out of that cut.
Enormous amount of blood, but I'm sure he would be feeling no pain at the moment.
Robbie Deans looking for New Zealand's first points, and successful. Australia now leading by 12 points to 3. There's Alan Jones. Andy Donald to feed. New Zealand ball was screwed round by Australia. Let's see whose ball it is. Neither halfback can see it, and the penalty goes to New Zealand. Again, I think Australia penalised for lying over the ball, but it's very difficult when you're on the bottom of the All Black forward pack.
Murray Mexted and Simon Poitevin there having a bit of a wrestle on the back. Murray Mexted coming off a little the better.
Steve Cutler coming off the field again to get fresh bandages.
Big gash on his forehead. Look at the blood pumping out of that nasty gash, but I'm sure that he feels no pain.
Can he get the distance? Well into the air, it's going to be very close. It scrapes over, it's there! Oh, magnificent kick from Robbie Dean. Well held, the Australian scrum, running it. Loose pass, picked up by Moon. Moon's in trouble, only 5 metres out from the Australian goal line. All Black ball, is it? Donald. Mexted on the goal line. Can he get the ball down? There is Donald, the short side. McCary scores in the corner.
Australia uncharacteristically have run the ball along their own goal line and got into trouble. And look at the tight New Zealand forwards there. Donald's picks obstructed very well by Andy Dalton.
Philip Cox to Mark Ella. Hawker. Long pass. Campese loses it. Towed through by Craig Green. Mark Ella, the only man back there for Australia. Caught well. Playing on Australia. Inside their quarter. Trouble now for Australia. Penalty goes to the All Blacks. Against Australia. Not releasing the ball. So a great chance now for the All Blacks to add a further 3 points. Deans. Taken by Mexted. There's Dalton. Whistler's gone again. Against, let's see who it was. May have been against Mexted, I think. Offside. So David Campese to come up to have a shot for goal. Campese missed with his first shot at goal. This in an easier position though. Moves in. Kick looks good. It's through the middle. New Zealand has defeated Australia by 19 points to 15 in this second test.